Hello, good morning. I'm Caroline Gray, Director of Children's Ministry at St. Timothy Lutheran Church. And for the past few weeks, I've been doing family devotions. I've been reading through a Bible story and telling you just some fun things that I've learned while reading them, and maybe you've heard them in a different way, maybe than you've ever heard before. It's been so fun. But this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. Yesterday, in case you didn't know, was Palm Sunday, and that's when we, as our church, all over the world, recognize the start of Holy Week, is what we call this week from Sunday to Sunday. Yesterday, Palm Sunday, to this next Sunday is Holy Week. And so during Holy Week, what I thought we could do during this time together at 10 a.m. Is talk more about some meaningful family time that you guys could have. And, well, I think devotions are really important, but I also think that doing stuff as a family, and this is the perfect opportunity, though sometimes it doesn't seem like it, the perfect opportunity to just engage with each other. How many of you have been able to actually sit around the dinner table and eat a family? Eat a family. How many of you have been eating a family? Oy, it's Monday. Eat dinner as a family. I have. We've spent all day together every day, but we still are sitting around the dinner table eating together as a family. And that's special. I want you to remember that, even on the hard days, that's special. So this week, I'm really going to focus on things that you can do with your kids, young or old, to really make this a meaningful Holy Week experience with your family. So whether you have little kids or big kids, I think we can still have fun. So right now, I'm going to show you, these are resurrection eggs. It's in quotes, resurrection eggs. They don't die and come back to life. That's not what kind of resurrection eggs these are. Some of you might have these. Some of you might have seen these before, but if you haven't, I'm going to show you. Inside is, just a normal fun dozen colorful eggs, but inside these eggs, it helps tell the story of Easter. And so it starts off, and normally when I do this in children's church, what I do is I pick 6 because I'm usually talking to little kids. And I have a limited amount of time. If you have younger kids, I would recommend just doing 6. If you have older kids, I want you to do all 12 because you can talk a lot more in detail about what's inside each egg. If you don't have these, then I'm going to tell you how you can make your own. So each egg has a different object inside of it. This is the first one. And on the inside of this one, can you see what this is? It's a little donkey. And that reminds us of Palm Sunday. As Pastor Steve told us in his message yesterday, Jesus came into town riding on a donkey, a young colt. And it was a great day. It was a great day of celebration. And that was a lot of fun. So that's how you start your resurrection story. And then each egg has something different in them. The purple egg that I have right here has a little tiny cup. And do you know what that's supposed to remind you of? It's supposed to remind you of the time when Jesus sat around the table with his best friends and he did something new. He said, I have a special promise for you. This is a new covenant, a new promise that God is making with you, and it's going to be in my blood. And every time you do this, you're going to remember me, and it's going to be a celebration. His disciples didn't quite understand what that meant, but they did later. So each egg has something different to remind you of a different part of the last week of Jesus's life, leading all the way up to the very last egg, which is white. And this egg is super special. You know why? Because there's nothing in it. And that's when you get to talk to your family, to your kids, about how the tomb was empty, how Jesus died. He was put in a tomb, a big rock was rolled over it. 3 days later, his friends came to see his body, but it wasn't there. Jesus is alive, and that's why we celebrate. It gets hard this week, though, because we have to talk about some hard things that happen. Nobody likes to think about somebody else getting hurt, much less somebody else getting hurt for us. And Jesus got hurt. It hurt a lot. And that's something we have to think about. And it's something we have to tell God, not only that we're sorry for the things that we do that are wrong and the sin that we have in our life, but also we need to talk to God and say thank you. Thank you for loving us enough to have Jesus come to have that hurt so he could take away our sin, so that egg, as I just showed you, was empty. The tomb could be empty on Easter Sunday. So meaningful family time. If you don't have these eggs, and you don't have to have these, find some other Easter eggs. If you have any laying around your house, pick out 6, pick out 12, whatever it is, and you can either, as a family, color the different parts of the Easter story during the week, or if you have older kids, you can look up in the Bible and read and write down either the Bible verse like John 12, verse whatever you want, and put it in an egg. And then the fun part is you go hide the eggs. You hide the eggs somewhere inside, outside, depending on if it's sunny. Today's beautiful, so we're going to go outside in a few minutes. You hide them, you bring them back, you open up the eggs, and as a family, you tell the story of God's love for us. And if you don't have kids, do it anyway. Do it for your spouse. Because you know what? Meaningful time is time where we are engaged with each other and engaged with our God in heaven. It's where our phones get put down, and it's where conversation happens. You don't have to have the right words. You don't have to have the exact theological answers. You just have to talk, and you have to know that our God is with us. He's listening, and he cares for you. I'm really excited for the rest of this week. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about stinky feet. Oh yeah, stinky feet. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be cooking with you. It's going to be really fun. And then on Thursday, we're going to celebrate Maundy, Thursday, Holy Communion together. And then on Friday, again, we're going to have a Good Friday service, remembering that Jesus loved us enough to die on the cross for us. I hope you have a great day. Praise God. Do something meaningful and fun with your family today, and just enjoy. If you don't have any Easter eggs, shoot me a message. I might be able to help you out. I mean, if you're in California, maybe not. But if you're in the Houston area, I can probably help you out. So let me know if you don't have any Easter eggs. Also, if you have Right Now Media, you can look up Holy Moly. It's a cartoon series, and it has some really fun, engaging storytelling of the week of Easter to watch with your kids. Also, Saddleback Church, their kids' videos on YouTube. They have some really fun and good educational videos for Easter and all sorts of Bible stories. I hope you have a great day. Go wash your feet, get ready for Wednesday or Tuesday. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful week.